right, hello friends. Welcome to Double Crossed, episode 18. Olympic recap. Olympic Games, very exciting. Xander, USA. I am your host, Dan, at 2 inches short from the internet. This is my co-host, David, at Golf and Jokes, also from the internet. David, say hello. Just make sure your mic is working. You on?
Check one. It's good.
Sounded fresh. Hey guys, if you don't follow us on social media, check us out. Instagram, the Gram, IG, whatever. Twitter, TikTok. Again, weekly. Dave growing the following weekly. Right, Dave?
It's kind of stalled a bit.
We gotta get you back on the horse. Guys, we're available YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, anywhere you get your podcasts, wherever they're sold. Thank you again to all of you who left positive reviews, ratings, subscribed, give us your feedback. Really helps us out. Again, if you want to support us, please do. Hit the subscribe, like, rate us, preferably 5 stars. We appreciate it. Just trying to build a brand here. No, I'm just kidding. Anywho, guys, Olympic recap. Want to first check in with Dave. Dave, you told me there's a holiday tomorrow.
In Canada, there is, yeah.
How about that?
So
you playing? Got a tea time?
For all the Canadian listeners. Hopefully they're playing some golf tomorrow. I am. I got a tea time at Bondhead. North course. Woo! Pretty good course. There's 2 tracks there, north and south. So should be a good day. Weather nice. Looks good. Yeah.
Well, and we're gonna have to report back on the changes that have been made.
That's right.
As per last episode.
That's right.
We've been punting lefty. This is gonna be fucking interesting.
Well, it'll be the first round, real round, left-handed. Besides practice green, So
well we're excited to
see if it's a bust or not.
Back.
Yeah.
You might as well try everything before you.
I personally don't care if I get 36 putts, as long as each stroke is fluid
the ball. Yeah,
and no yip. That's all I'm looking for. As far as reading the putts. Yeah, that's it. It's baby steps. First is eliminating the yip, then I'll go figuring out line and reading the putt.
That sounds like a good plan, Dave. Well, excited to hear what happens with
See
that
what happens.
Again. And again, how's the family been? Everything good?
Good. Yeah. Went to a wedding last night. First time
wedding with the baby.
Yeah, we took him up. He was good.
Nice. Felt semi-normal, you were saying?
Yeah. It's about 100 and something people.
Woo!
Pretty good. Yeah.
Nice. I read a stat recently that Canada it's like the most vaccinated country in the world.
Like 70% or something.
Yeah. Good job.
What's going on with you guys? You guys going back?
There's a couple.
You guys are going backwards, right?
Taking a couple steps back, kind of. Just making sure we're wearing masks. For those that are vaccinated, and I'm not sure about those who are not. And it's just trying to be safe here.
What's the percentage of Americans that are vaccinated? Do you know?
I don't know the percentage of Americans that have been vaccinated. I do know that the percentage of people who are vaccinated have been doing much better against this latest wave of things that have been going on, from my understanding. But I'm always pro-choice if we're just trying to get this world back on track. not trying to create. More importantly, been watching quite a bit of the Olympics. If have you been catching any of that? We have the golf, which we're going to get into, but
besides the golf, I haven't watched much.
Not much.
A few events here and there, but nothing.
I saw some Canadian divers, some female divers. These girls that are ridiculous, by the way. I'm not sure whether you're familiar with your diving team, but
I am not.
Yeah, there was golf. I did check out this hilarious Olympic highlight show with Kevin Hart and Snoop Dogg. and it's probably it's on Peacock. I don't know whether it's like a free version or whatever, but I don't have a subscription. I'm watching it. Watched all the episodes in succession recently. It comes out like every other day. Well worth checking out. Snoop Dogg talking about horses crip walking is pretty incredible. And also, we just got to get him to announce golf at some point. I mean, he's a fan of the game.
Sure about that?
I think it'd be incredible.
Yeah.
I'd love to see it. I would love to see it.
Well, I mean, he's probably better than Azinger.
Oh, Jesus. Well, you know, Paul Azinger. I don't know. But yeah, guys, let's get right into this week. Obviously, the Olympics. I want to give a quick recap. It ended late on the East Coast for sure. With Xander Schauffele bringing home the gold medal, which was tremendous feat for him. We'll talk about him in a second. Rory Sabatini gets the silver. I said that's not a typo. Rory Sabatini wins silver after shooting a 61. Olympic record.
If someone told me Rory would get silver, you would think Rory McIlroy, right?
Well, we'll get into some Rory.
Sabatini.
Well, you know, Rory wins a medal for Slovakia. Another story we'll get into, and bronze, which was a crazy situation with a 7-man playoff. CT Pan wins the bronze. We'll get into that in a second. First, we got to talk about Xander. Dave, amazing story. 27 years old, wins an Olympic medal. First gold medal by someone from the United States since 1900, and it's his first 54-hole lead, whether you want to consider it a PGA Tour event or whatever, that he converted.
That's pretty crazy.
Playing with a lot of weight on his shoulders. This backstory, just real quick: his father was gonna be in the Olympics doing a decathlon. And he was hit by a drunken driver, lost vision in his left eye, and he just vowed to make sure that his kids kind of followed their dreams. And I mean, basically won it for his dad. I mean, that's what he said, and his country. Got it. And obviously he's got his mom's side of the family has those ties to actually Tokyo. He's got family in Tokyo. Obviously they couldn't be there. You know, fans, we'll get into that in obviously a little bit. Converts he had a one-shot lead over Hideki Matsuyama, who was playing for his country right there in Japan. Xander holds it together. Had got a little loose on the back nine, Dave. Got a little interesting. He made that bogey on that par 5 with the 14th hole. Had to take a stroke penalty, but didn't make. What's that?
And the last hole made it interesting.
Well, then he birdies 17 with a big putt, and then he comes back. He winds up putting his drive in a precarious spot, and then he winds up having a punch out, gives himself a wedge, winds up sticking it to a couple feet above the hole, which wasn't like a straight in putt. And this was on the heels of Rory Sabatini setting the place on fire, and so he's basically got this 1-stroke lead. He winds up making this putt to seal the gold medal. Pretty incredible stuff. Dave, do you have any thoughts on Xander's win before we get into the Sabatini?
Yeah, I'm happy he won. I made a little bet on him after round 2 when he took the lead. I'm like, all right, he's gonna pull this out. But then I'm not gonna lie, on 18 when he hit it in trouble, had a punch, I'm like, all right, here we go. He's he's definitely gonna blow it now, just like he usually does in the big events.
Yeah.
But who knows? I feel like this could be a stepping stone for him. He won, got gold, hung on, got the win. I feel like next year in the majors, he could be a force for sure.
Well, he definitely could draw on this experience. That's what I was going to ask you, Dave. Do you think that this kind of takes the lid off of some potential wins in the future? I mean, kind of opens up doors.
I think so. It's funny. About a few hours ago, I made a meme with Justin Rose shaking Xander's hand, saying "Welcome to the Gold Club" or whatever. I forget what I wrote. And Justin Rose, and then my caption was, "Do you think Xander is going to flaunt it just like Rose did?" And Justin Rose actually commented. He's like, "Yeah, I hope so." And there were other people making some comments, and he was replying to all the comments. So it's pretty cool to see. And he actually gave me a follow, which is actually neat.
Oh, that's fucking amazing, dude. Good stuff. Yeah. Justin Rose obviously won the gold medal in 2016. Can kind of get on board. I mean, they're the only two in that club right now. Fucking you didn't tell me that. That's good stuff.
Forgot, just remember. So automatically if you get a follow from a pro, you're automatically a fan of them now. So I'm a big Justin Rose fan right now.
And for what it's worth, Justin, I'm a big fan of Justin Rose's. We had a brief interaction at Bethpage one time after he won the gold medal. Great dude.
He's always seemed like a cool guy, for sure.
Yeah. I just feel like I'm part of the team, like Morgan Stanley, all of it. It's just feel one with it. But yeah, good for that. That is awesome. And good for Xander winning gold for the United States. Proves that he can contend. We got to get into Rory Sabatini shooting an Olympic record 61, setting the place on fire, like we were saying, making eagles, birdies, keeping the pressure on, playing for Slovakia, gets his way all the way. He's 45 years old. By the way, Paul Eisner just straight up said he was 48. He's like, I made a mistake. We got to talk about this. His wife this is his second wife. She's on the bag. She's Slovakian. He winds up getting dual citizenship from Slovakia in order to grow the game, which conveniently allows him to play under the Slovakian flag in the world in the Olympics. And
I guess under South African he wouldn't have qualified.
No, I don't think he would have. So I mean obviously he says it's for a girl game, so we're gonna take his word for it. But let's just talk about, like, Rory Sabatini hasn't won on tour in like 10 years. Like, this is his first top 10 in like 9 years.
How many wins does he have on tour?
He's got a couple, but
at least a couple.
And he's a good player once he gets on hot streak. I mean, the course was set up. We'll get into the course in a little bit, but the course was set up that it was meant to be taken advantage of and be made exciting. Good for Rory Sabatini coming in from Slovakia. Well played. I mean, if that was the point, I mean, I'm sure he was doing it to grow the game, because I think his something related wise in his family. I think they're like cousins of like some like part of like the Slovakian Golf Federation, like growing the game initiatives and things like that. So anywho, that's what he said. Sure enough, he winds up winning a silver medal. Good for Rory Sabatini. I can't believe we're talking about that Rory winning a gold medal. I mean, I'm sorry, silver medal, but I'm just dumbfounded just the fact that it's the same name as Rory McIlroy, which we'll talk about right now. That bronze, the race for bronze, 7-man playoff. This is something that we didn't see in 2016. This really was the most exciting part in my opinion.
So in 2016, there was no
playoff for the final spots. It was like 1, 2, 3 was Rose, Stenson, and Kuchar, and nobody else. There was no T3. It was so sure enough, we have a 7-man playoff. Why they didn't play it as a 7? I don't know.
I know they should have.
That would have been more fun. But so first of all, we got to talk about Hideki. playing his home country. Matsuyama having a chance to seal the gold on his, seal the bronze on his own on the 72nd hole, misses it. Everyone, Paul Casey makes a putt. Everyone goes into this playoff. Immediately, Hideki and Casey are out. Right, that leaves Rory McIlroy, Mito Pereira, Sebastian Munoz, Colin Morikawa, and CT Pan going into the third playoff hole, and that's where Rory, Mito, who, by the way, is a fantastic player, and Rory, who changed his tune on the Olympics, said it's like one of the coolest things that he's done. Good for him. He said he never fought so hard to try and.
Do you think he changes tune just because of the backlash he got, or he actually means it?
I don't think he likes losing, so
definitely not.
I think that he kind of took some ownership over the fact that he said that he says some irrational things, some quick things, and it's something that he's always done in his career, and he's allowed to make mistakes, and we're human, and he's allowed to change his tune on something. I hope he does play in 2024. He said he's looking forward to it. Winds up making, I think, par on the third playoff hole, which wasn't good enough because Morikawa and CT Pan made birdie. And then they go, basically, Colin Morikawa just puts him in just buries his ball in that trap. Did you see that lie, dude? It was like literally 20% of the ball was out.
Yep. Yeah. Bad break.
And CT Pan didn't hit the best. CT Pan didn't hit the best of shots either. And, but he puts it to 8 feet. Colin Morikawa gets it out of the sand, winds up missing his putt. CT Pan gets a gold, gets a bronze medal for Chinese Taipei, which someone called Taiwan. But that's a whole different story. Morikawa in the mix to win an Olympic medal. What a run he has been on. That's kind of how it played out. We got the Patrick Reed, who filled in for a WD from Bryson, and JT both finished 10 under T22.
JT couldn't buy a putt all week.
He made 18 straight pars on Thursday, huh?
Yeah,
it was
crazy.
He got asked about it, said like, oh, it was par. Yeah, it was we had our we didn't have many locks. I mean, I was rooting for Team USA. We won a gold medal, so I'll count that as a win. We weren't trying to
definitely a win.
Fade anyone. Yeah, it was cool. Dave, let's grade the Olympics. What do you think about the medal, the guys who won medals? You mean Xander, solid, in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely well deserved. Xander. Second was Sabatini. That came out of nowhere. Did not see that coming. I don't think anyone
it's
did.
One of the most memorable rounds like worldwide. We'll see.
Yeah, and I mean he could have easily gone to playoff for gold as well. So yeah, I mean the only real one that you could have seen coming was Xander. No one probably would have predicted Rory or CT Pence for bronze.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I mean Xander played his ass off. It was good to see. I mean, like you said, he was playing for his family, like we were saying, which is super cool. The course Kira's
pure.
Yeah, it was. I mean, they closed it in May, so like the members, I think there's 2 courses out there, the East and the West, and this was played on the East course. They closed it in May. So the conditions were perfect. Apparently, it was like literally the greens were perfection. And we saw that. I mean, guys were rolling in 20, 30 footers like they were 5 feet.
Yeah.
It was cool. I gotta say, hats off to the whole grounds crew. I mean, had to basically put together they got a bunch of rain too, and it still played beautifully. Got to talk about the format, Dave. What do you think about the Olympic format?
I think it needs to change.
Yeah,
I mean
4 days, 72 hole stroke play.
Yeah, I personally like the idea of some sort of team event
with an individual aspect, maybe. They do it in
Not
gymnastics.
not even. I feel like you could be just team event. Like, you know, if your team wins, you all get gold or whatever you place.
Interesting.
You know, whether it's I'm not sure the exact format, but I feel like it definitely could be better with some sort of team aspect.
My thought was like, what if you had like two different, you know, you're playing at two different you're there for a couple days. So play your stroke play and then play like a 2-day team event and mix it up and maybe do something a couple days after the stroke play. I don't know. That might be fun. Or you can maybe combine it. I don't know. I was just thinking that if you could combine it with a little bit of that alternate shot.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
You know, and who's to say that we can't have one competition? I know these guys are playing not for, I mean, I think they do get paid if they do win medals, but I mean, all in all, they're playing for their country. They're playing for pride, which was cool to see. Like we were saying, Rory said that he'd never thought he'd play so hard for third place. Rory struggling to backdoor third place is another story. But, you know, I thought, I mean, we're fortunate to have golf back in the Olympics for sure. And I think that it was a great showing and a great situation that kind of happened with unfolded with the race for bronze and really Sabatini coming in and really putting together an amazing, you know, world-class round and Xander showing he can live up to the hype. So I think all in all, I think we got some good, solid golf this week, Dave.
Yep, for sure. I mean, kind of both Olympics kind of didn't have the best fields that it could have. Back in 2016, there was the whole what was it? The
Zika virus,
Zika thing.
Yep.
Now it's COVID, so we haven't had an Olympics where there's been no outside factors, and you know, so I think the next one will be the best one yet, to be honest.
It'll be good to see, and like we were saying,
where is the next Olympics?
Next Olympics, I think it's Paris 2024 for Summer Games.
That'd be good.
And I just saw, I think is it LA? I think LA hosts in 2028, and I think they're talking about Riviera for Olympic golf.
Nice.
So gotta talk about what we saw. Hatless Rory made an appearance. Says that his head is a pinhead and that none of his hats fit. Who knows?
Do you buy that? I don't buy that.
No, I don't buy it one bit.
No.
He said that he gets custom Nike hats. I get it.
Come on, man.
I just don't think he wanted to wear a hat. Yeah. I think he, you know, has to wear a hat most of the
I'm not sure why that was
because-
even a question. If he doesn't why? If he doesn't want to wear a hat, don't wear a hat. Like,
I mean, I think it's one of those team competitions things. I get it. I mean, there are guys who
was Lowry wearing a hat? I guess he was.
Yeah, he was. It had a shamrock on it. It didn't have the Ireland flag on it, which also I think has a couple things to do. Which, you know, Rory really kind of, like we're saying, changed his tune. It's good to see. I think it was more the fact that he was an Olympian. It wasn't just the golf related. And, you know, I think JT tweeted something about, you know, the guys at the weight room, the athletes weren't trying to pick up the 20-pound weights like he was trying to do, you know, guys simulating with real, you know, other athletes. Got to talk about balls getting stuck in trees, the bonsai trees, the pines. We saw a couple of balls get stuck in trees. Try not to hit in the trees. Glad no one had to climb up there. Have you ever, I saw like 5, 6, 7 kind of just like didn't come down. Have you ever played a course have you ever gotten a ball stuck in a tree?
I don't believe so. No.
Yeah. No. I don't know. Yeah. Well, that's definitely a problem. Keep the ball in the fairway.
Maybe. I just don't know. Because there've been, you know, obviously times you can't find the ball and you feel like it should be right here.
Stuck in the tree.
Yeah. Who knows?
Another topic, Olympic tee markers, I thought were breathtaking. Cool. They were fucking cool. I mean, you know, kind of get confused about what tees you're playing from because they're all colors of tees you could be playing from. But yeah, really cool to see. And then kind of leads also into this other question of which I saw talking about. I kind of have my own opinion on it, but do caddies deserve medals, Dave?
I think so. I mean,
you think so?
I think so. I mean, they're part of the team. I don't know.
I don't know.
I think they should.
I don't know. I'm gonna disagree and say
I can see both sides. I can
it's
see
not like
both
I don't
sides.
want them to get medals. It's not I don't think that they should get it. It's just that like the way it is now, I mean, I think that the way it's set up makes sense. They're kind of like helping the person. It's kind of split in general. You know, we saw that video of Xander or his caddy Austin posted about, you know, his caddy wearing the medal on the way home. It's a sure thing. I mean,
Yeah,
it's cool. It'd be cool for them to both get it, but you'd rather just one of them get it, and that'd be the golfer to get it. I don't know. We don't give. I'm not comparing caddies to horses, but like in dressage, horses don't get medals. You know, I mean, there's a whole other aspect to it.
I just see both sides. I think it'd be cool. I think it'd be cool if they
again
did.
part. Yeah. Oh, for sure. I agree. Is it a team event? It should be. You know. Well,
Yeah.
it is what it is. But yeah, man. I mean, David. I mean, any thoughts on the Olympics? I mean, obviously, want to see a little bit maybe format situation change, but I mean, all in all, it lived up to the hype. I mean, the golf course was great, provided a great test. Really, guys went low. The final day, Colin shot 63. You know, had a chance to win a medal, like we were saying. CT Pan, I think, also shot 63.
To be honest, I thought the scores would even be even lower. The way the course was set up, perfect conditions, pretty much.
Were you? That's interesting. Were you excited about, like, did it do anything for you? I saw a couple tweets flying around saying, you know, oh, this kind of felt like the final round of a major. Did you? No.
I tweeted that on multiple occasions that this felt like a low budget event to me. Like just the no fans ruined the whole viewing experience for me. And I understand there have been majors with no fans, and you know, they've been good, but I don't know. Just I guess I don't know. It just I guess the time of the day that it was on, no fans. It wasn't a great viewing experience for me, and I never.
Did you watch it live? Did you watch it live?
Yeah. I was watching. Yeah, I didn't watch all of it. Don't get me wrong, because it was going on, you know, late. But
it was tough. It was tough. It was tough to watch.
If just say Tiger was playing and he was leading, I obviously would have watched the whole thing and I would have been jacked up. So, you know, but overall, as a viewer,
do you think Tiger would have, if, you know, let's just say the car accident never happened, which obviously did. Do you think he would have been on this Olympic team? Or he would have tried to be on this Olympic team?
He definitely would. He would have tried. Whether he would have qualified, given how his form was prior to the accident, I don't know, because I know he definitely had injuries or.
Do you think he'd want to compete in other events other than golf? He'd probably want to compete in the shooting events, right? Like he'd probably be like, oh, hey, I could win a gold in, you know, skeet shooting, or, you know, something where I could pull the trigger, where it goes back to his SEAL Team 6 days, you know?
Yeah, maybe. But, but I think he's been on the record saying that he would love to compete for a gold for his country.
Well, speaking of Tiger,
pretty much the only thing missing from his resume.
Right. Well, it hasn't really been available to him. I mean,
who knows? He probably has one more crack at it, right? If
I mean, as
if he gets healthy,
a fanboy, I would hope so. Speaking of Tiger, we did see some pictures on social media kind of emerge of him putting some weight on his right leg. You know, gingerly, obviously, but just to see photos of him was good to see. On the men, like looking forward to him teeing it up as soon as possible. No, but in all honesty, great to see. You get fucking, you know, could have again been dead. We talk about that.
Have you watched the Golf Digest playing around the celebrity lessons? There was 2 episodes so far. First episode was Jada Pinkett, and the second episode was Dwayne Wade. So is a Tiger.
No.
Playing around with Tiger, I think it's called.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, and they were filmed the day before the accident, And the day of the accident, he was driving to film more with Drew Brees or whatever. He was on the way to film. So these two that Golf Digest just released were filmed the day prior. So it's like crazy to see, because literally the next day could have been his last, and just the stuff they're talking about. So yeah, I would definitely check them out. They're on Golf Digest YouTube.
Yeah,
and they're pretty good, and they're fun. And it's funny because like in the Dwayne Wade episode, Dwayne Wade's like, so how do you feel? People call you the GOAT, and because my opinion, you're the GOAT. And Tiger's like, I'm not. And Dwayne's like, what do you mean you're not? He's like, I'm not done yet. I'm not done. Like he just kept saying that, And then and then Jada Pinkett was like, you won the Masters, it's such an inspiration, blah blah blah. And Tiger's like, I just don't see it like that. Like I just don't see it like that. All I know is just to keep fighting. Jeez. And yeah, so like he
makes you he's a different breed, man. He is the GOAT. Well, we wish him all the best. Like we were saying, we hope he's obviously feeling better. Can't wait to see him again, teeing it up maybe sooner than later. Just want him to walk again without crutches. Really,
next year is a good year for majors. St. Andrews.
Oh man, dude!
Obviously a Masters.
Hopefully, we'll see, man. Don't get our hopes up.
I'll tell you right now, one of my, I already got an early pick for next year, St. Andrews, the Open.
Do you know if Tiger's playing or not?
I don't know if he's playing or not. Obviously, I hope so. But one of my top picks will be Brooks. He's been on the record. He was on PMT, and they asked, or I don't know what they asked him, but Brooks says,
"What do you want to win?" Basically,
he said, "I guarantee I will win an Open at St. Andrews one year." He loves the place so much, and he said, "I guarantee I'll win an Open there." So
the best players have. So we'll see if he can add his name to that list at some point, right?
Yeah. So that's an
I don't doubt it.
Early pick.
I mean, it's just going to be him bombing driver, right? That's what's going to happen. And having 30 yards in a greens.
I mean, and Dave, he knows how to play open courses. So
well, he knows how to play major championships.
Well, because he played on the European tour for how long before he came over, right? So he kind of, or what was it? No, not the Europe. Was it the European or one of those other tours? I forget the name.
Challenge Tour.
Is that what it was? I think so. So
I think he won on there, and I think he won a European event, then then came back.
Yeah.
Different path than some other guys take. But he's also a fucking machine when it comes to majors. So he's got 4 major wins already. Dave, coverage real quick. Wanted a quick touch on that. First tee shot basically to final putt. Obviously had some commercials, totally different than a normal. I mean, I saw I think it was Dan Rappaport at Golf Digest say like it felt like he was watching the NFL Red Zone with how many golf shots he was seeing. I thought I enjoyed the coverage. I don't need to listen to Polly's here all the time, but I enjoyed the coverage late into the night. Kind of fell asleep during it. Whatever.
So wait. So for you guys in the US, Paul Azinger was commentating.
Yeah, from like 9 p.m.
Not for us. On the Canadian stream, it was totally different. I don't even know who the commentators were.
Well, good for you.
Definitely wasn't Azinger.
Not saying Azinger does a bad job. I just it's just an interesting listen. That's all. I thought it was good. I mean, you got to think, it'd be cool if the PGA Tour took it. This is the Olympics. It's totally different than the sponsorship deals of the PGA Tour. Like what they have going on. So I thought the coverage was fine, to be honest. Like I was saying, I mean, it was a lot of golf on TV. But I thought the guys that I think it was Shea Bacon and a couple other dudes that were in Connecticut, kind of doing the broadcast from there. They do a good job. NBC does a good job.
Very wrong.
And
I would have loved to have your coverage over what I was watching. What I was watching was just so dull and boring, to be honest.
A little bit boring.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, the Olympics. I didn't really check out any apps or anything. Was there? I mean, I did see like they had like they were giving us distances that with like the tenths of a yard and a meter. Did you see that?
I didn't see any app. Well, it was obviously having the scores on the PGA Tour app, which was so delayed. Like they were probably a hole and a half ahead, and the scores were still, super delayed.
There wasn't much. No. That you can kind of track, but it is the Olympics. That happens once every 4 years. We're happy golf is in the Olympics. Thrilled Xander for Xander gold medal. Good for all the medalists. Good for the game of golf. I think that's good. That feels good about the Olympics. I'm feeling good about it. And there's still the women's that is coming up. That's coming up this week. Figure out, maybe figure out a format situation at some point, but good for golf in the Olympics, and good for the Olympics is great. I've been up at like 2 a.m. watching Brazil soccer matches. It's been, I can't get enough of watching. Like I have it on right now. I'm watching some uneven bars, great. Fucking love it. Beach volleyball, bring it. Volleyball. I watched the U.S. men's volleyball, by the way, today. Yeah. I'm not a big volleyball player, but and this is not a volleyball podcast. They had so many unforced errors just by serves. I mean, you can't just give away a game.
Yeah, I saw you tweeted something.
I got so mad because when the United States is playing, I'm pulling for them. And to see a good team not play to their potential really was frustrating. Anyways, that's my volleyball rant. Let's get into this week. We have a WGC this week, fucking Dave. I mean, yeah, dude. Last week was basically a WGC, right? I mean, but at the same time, it was a World Golf Championship. It's literally the different parts of the world competing. This week we're at Memphis. It's the FedEx St. Jude Invitational. Now the WGC, TPC Southwind, Memphis. Big tournament, good field, guys in it. I think I have it here. Let me check it out. We have JT's coming back from Tokyo. He's gonna play in it. Daniel Berger, Brooks, Phil, Xander supposed to play in it. We'll see. Shane Lowry, Louis Oosthuizen, who it'd be good to see him. DJ Webb, good field. TPC Southwind used to be just the regular tour stop, elevated to WGC, obviously limited field, invitational. This is we have Wyndham after this, then the FedEx Cup. So I don't even think Ricky's in the field, so he's going to have to play the Wyndham if he wants to get in the playoffs. That's your quick Ricky update. Dave, do you have any thoughts on the WGC here?
I do not. I haven't even thought about it. I haven't looked at it.
All right, that's fair.
It's obviously has a great field, as do all WGC. So I'm sure it'll be a good event.
I like DJ this week. Just not coming back from Tokyo and just being able to play golf. That's kind of what I'm leaning for this week. Do you have any thoughts on that?
Not really, but that is a good pick.
I mean, part of me wants Louis also. Just
Louis, I can see playing well again. And, he played well coming off the Open loss. I think he might keep that momentum going. Same with Ricky.
We'll see. I mean, it's a WGC. It's no slouch of event. So it's a no cut, right? It's no cut. And so these guys are either going to go really low or not give a shit. So, someone, as long as they hit a tee shot, they're going to be making money. Good for them. Also the Barracuda Championship, which hopefully someone wins that, and there's a good story there. Opposite field event. Like we were saying, we had the Wyndham after this, and then the FedEx Cup playoffs with the Northern Trust getting started, and we'll get into all that. It should be fun. Yeah, man, quite a week, dude. This having the Olympics on the other side of the world is it's tough. It's tough ass to watch live for sure. I mean, it's nice to watch digitally, but it's taking a toll on the body. Enjoying the shit out of it though. Have you been getting much sleep anyways, just as a
I've been working, so I've been getting usually the wife will take night duties,
take the night shift.
So
Nice.
I've been getting here and there, obviously not like the prior days before he was born, but it's getting better. It has its days, obviously, but
I'm sure. Are you getting into a little bit more routine?
Yeah, it's definitely getting a bit more into routine. Yeah,
it's all about the process, man. You gotta stick to the process. We all know this. But dude, hell of an Olympics. Glad we had a chance to watch the world kind of come together and watch golf I thought hold itself, and especially the men's competition, hold itself up and say, hey, I mean, this was a cool event. Like I said, I mean, wish it was a little bit more exciting with the format, but 7-man playoff never is going to get old. And watching guys fight for third place is something you never see. Anyone who says that, like, Dave, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but gold medals are great, but the goal is to win a fucking medal, right? Like that's the ultimate goal, right? Anyone who's sitting on the sidelines who's never won a medal can go fuck themselves, dude. Honestly, being like, oh well, you didn't win gold, that's not good enough. Screw you, man. You're never going to be in the Olympics. I sorry for a quick rant on that. I think we got to show these Olympic athletes a little bit more respect in the fact that, like, the spirit of the game, like we were saying, the guy from Italy splitting. Sports are awesome, and golf it's great to see golf on that stage, and we're thrilled for it over here at Double Cross for sure, Dave. Looking forward to Paris 2024. I mean, we'll get there eventually.
Yeah,
once
it'll be cool.
It'll be fun doing this podcast 4 years from now.
It'll be here before you know it.
It sure will. And I don't know whether you're interested at all. I don't think you are interested at all. There's the Olympic Games in like 6 months. So
the Winter Games, right?
Yeah. And that's in Beijing. That's another opposite side of the world event, which is fun.
Anywho, I would say my interest level is about a
low
3.
To quite low.
Yeah.
3
out of 10.
Well, that's funny. All right, dude. Well, hell of an Olympics. Glad we had a chance to kind of catch up on this. Good for Xander, good for Team USA, making history. Pretty fucking cool. Dave, you have any final thoughts? You good? Feeling good?
Yeah.
Good, man. Well, guys, thank you if you're still hanging out and listening, which we appreciate. Hit the subscribe button, like us, rate us, review us, positive stuff. We appreciate it. Again, YouTube, Apple Podcast, Spotify, anywhere podcasts are sold. I'm Dan at 2 Inches Short, internet. Dave at Golf and Jokes from the internet. Folks, happy week 2 of the Olympics. Let's enjoy WGC this week. Get into playoff mode. Still golf season. Happy August too, by the way. Where does time go, Dave? I don't know.
Wish I knew, man. Wish I knew.
I don't know. Anyways, folks, you just been double crossed. Thanks for hanging out. We'll see you next time. Peace.